Hi everyone, my name is Sarah and I'm a fluid figurative artist. Thank you for stopping by here. Today I'll be doing something different. Actually, I'll be doing gold gilding because I've been wanting to do this technique for a really long time. And I mean, who doesn't love shiny stuff, right? So I've done my research because I've never gilded in my entire life before. This is my first time. And since the gold leaf was on sale, so I thought I might as well just try it and see. Now I've already prepped my canvas, so I gestured it 3 times, really lightly though, so you can still see the surface of the canvas. The reason why I'm doing so is so that I can actually, play around and see what surface, produce what kind of textures. Now here I bought the most expensive glue I've ever owned, which is by Pebio. It's a gilding glue. I thought of using Elmer's glue, but then I've read about the cons that sometimes it doesn't really stick that well. So might as well invest in good quality gilding glue because I want my works to be archival. So here I have a really it's a flat tip brush. This is really cheap. This is a brush by Daiso because I don't mind ruining it. So I use this brush instead to apply the glue onto the surface of the canvas. Now, as you can see, I've already painted it gold halfway as the background because according to certain artists that it's better to apply a layer of gold first so that in case you don't gild properly, then at least you have the gold background to support the gold leaf. But then after doing this, I thought if this is pointless, I might as well perfect my gilding techniques. So that is why it's painted halfway and it looks a little bit crappy, but it's okay. Now this step is really crucial. You have to wait to exactly 15 minutes before you touch the Okay, 15 minutes have passed and you have to make sure that you start gilding after 15 minutes because if you leave it for longer, like I did the first round, like the whole glue doesn't work at all. So I have to re-glue everything and wait for 15 minutes again. Now I've learned the proper way of gilding, which is, just take the paper and flip it the other way around. But I thought, I might as well just try taking one layer by one layer first and see, how terrible I can go wrong for my first round and just to simply play with the gold leaf. So as you can see, they're very, very brittle and yeah, it's not placed nicely, but it's okay. This is just a practice canvas, so I don't really mind. But yeah, I'm going to get better at this. So, as the saying goes, practice makes perfect. So second one here, I'm laying it down according to how most artists teach us, which is just to take the paper and just to glue it down. Because if you just take the gold leaf out by itself, as you can see, it can crumble. So here I'm simply placing, yep, terrible. And yeah, this is really, really brittle. But it's fun. So I don't mind, loose cracks here and there as well. Another reason I did this was also to, to see whether such a horrible gilding will make a difference when the final product is finished. So here I am playing around with it. As I said, the first time obviously it's not done nicely, but it's okay. So right, let me just prep the second round. So this time they always say just just leave the gold leaf on the baking paper and just flip it the other way around. So there we go, nice and flat. All right, there we go. That's a nice piece. So I'm just gonna keep going. Second layer. Now you don't really have to wear gloves, but one of the artists wore gloves, and I think it's really, good because gold leaf is really hard to get rid of. Like when I tried touching it with my fingers, and the gold just stuck onto it. So it's a really messy art procedure, but yeah, it's fun to play with. Okay, so here I am wearing glove on only one side, and trying to gild properly with the other. Okay, that's a really nice piece, isn't it? Okay, so I'm working my way down the canvas. So if you don't want to see this part, you can just skip it. But if you want to see it, by all means. The reason why I want to show is that first time gilding can be hard and also can be fun and can be, frustrating, but it's also entertaining at the same time. So just a piece, just a position of both things. So here I'm just gonna keep sticking the rest of the gold leaf onto the canvas. Right, I think I got a hang of it already. It's actually pretty simple once you know how to stick it on. Now don't worry if it's not exactly that flat. Yeah, I mean, as long as the whole piece is stuck onto the canvas, I think that's perfectly fine. So here I am, as you can see from the first layer and this third layer, like I've drastically improved, haven't I? So this is actually really fun. One thing I don't really like about gilding, I mean the cons of it, is that this is just a fake gold leaf. I mean you can buy the real one, but obviously it's gonna cost a lot of money. But yeah, due to it being just a metal, one of the downside is that it will rust pretty easily. So right after you do this, you probably need to varnish it, but we'll see. I mean, this is my trial canvas anyway, so I'm just gonna play around and see. Yeah. Okay, so I'm sticking the leftover pieces at the empty spots on the canvas. Okay, so this is the last part I'll show you, and then I'll speed up the video because it's taking just too long. I mean, I'm a pro at this after 3 layers, so as you can see, once I got a hang of it, it's actually pretty simple. Right, now that everything's done, I'm using the gloves to press down all the parts here and there and to, cover all the holes that's left on the surface of the canvas. So that is why we use a glove, because if we're going to use your fingers, like you might, yep, pick up the pieces of the gold with your fingers, as we have sweat and stuff like that, so it's better to use glove. Now here I have a really soft brush. I had this a long time ago, so you can use any type of brush as long as it's soft, and then just go through the gold leaf, just basically pressing it down gently. Yeah, hear what I said, right? I said gently. So if you don't do this gently, then yeah, it won't leave a mark. So can you see it? You can even tell the difference, right? Or whether there is a gap, because I fill it up with the gold leaf and I brush it off really nicely. So yeah, this is actually really satisfying to watch and to do. For me, I think this part is the most fun part because I get to see the end results, to see if the gold leaf actually stick well and whether I can make an invisible golden background without, the lines being that obvious. So yeah, this is actually very challenging, but yet very satisfying at the same time. So go through everything, all the corners, all the lines. Okay, time to test the first layer to see if the gold leaf actually stay nicely and whether the crease mark will be visible at the end of the brushing technique. So please wait, I'll show you at the end of this video. Now here is the close-up version of how you take a really soft brush and just scrub everything off and press it gently. Now can you see a little crease mark here? Don't worry about it, because if you flatten it gently with the brush, like it's gone. So all you get to see is the surface of the canvas. So this is actually really, really fun and satisfying. All right. I'm almost done here. So this is just a close-up view and I'll show you the end results. So ta-da! Can you see it? You can't tell where's the top and where's the bottom, can you? Like everything is so smooth right now, even though it first started off really crappy, but this turned out to be amazing and I love it. Now, what do you think of my first gilding technique? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know in the comment section and thank you all for your time and see you guys again. Bye!